Welcome sa ating channel mga kaibigan. Pag-uusapan naman na po natin ngayon ang aking personal PC build. So ang ginawa ko po ngayon is migrate ko po yung ibang PC components sa aking old system unit to this new setup. Pero medyo iibahin po natin yung flow. Walang time-lapse, walang step-by-step. It will be like a question and answer. Ibig sabihin, I will answer the possible questions that you may think, like bakit NZXT, bakit ako nag-rebuild, bakit ako gumamit ng MSI, and also I will take this advantage para i-integrate yung mga answers ko sa mga iba't ibang mga questions na binato nyo dito sa ating channel, and those are related on how I do my testing methodology or basically how I do my tech reviews, since ang topic naman natin is just all about my personal build. So I think it's very timely na rin na idagdag natin yung mga random topics or anything under the sun for you guys to know more about what we do or about our channel. For more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. This video is brought to you by SCDKey, the best website that you may visit in terms of very affordable deals and best offer para sa application softwares, games, and yes, operating system. And there you are, you may check the Windows 10 Pro, and by using our promo code, ma-avail mo lang siya ng around $14.95 or 700 plus pesos. That's it mga kaibigan. Check the description below. May mga links po tayo dyan to go directly sa kanilang website. Now let's start first with this PC build. Yan naman po yung ating main topic, and then randomly I will integrate some random topics with this video. Unang-una, those parts na ginamit ko from my old system unit, starting with the processor. RYZEN 9 3900X po ang aking processor. Bakit? I am working with different businesses or some kind of, sabihin na lang natin, pinagkakabalahan sa buhay. And yun nga, dahil marami po akong applications na ginagamit in media, I work with Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and then random apps like WeChat, WhatsApp, Messenger, Viber, and different random applications na related pagdating sa online communication. So, ang dami ko pong applications na ginagamit together with Microsoft Office applications, Excel, Word, and then more than 50 tabs or maybe even 100 tabs. Ngayon, bakit ang daming tabs? Well, that is the nature of my job behind the camera. Sa mga hindi po nakakakilala sa akin, before po kasi ako pumasok sa content creation, we are in kind of a retail and online or digital things. And yan po yung pinagkakabalahan ko. And that is what makes me busy aside from content creation. So parang kumbaga yung content creation na lang, outlet ko na lang siya or hobby ko na lang siya, na kung may ginagawa kong testing, pinapakita ko dito yung mga results. Kasi kahit hindi po ako nagiging content creator, that is also one of my major job na ginagawa araw-araw. Troubleshooting, checking new products, checking the batch issues, RMA. Kabilang side po ng kung saan ako ngayon nakaupo ng studio are lots of components to be checked if those are pwedeng ipa-RMA or talagang for RMA purposes. When I say RMA purposes, ibig sabihin for warranty purposes. Anyway, let's move on sa ating GPU. Ang gamit ko po ngayon na video card is the RTX 3070 Gaming X3U. It's one of the best video card by MSI so far pagdating sa lineup. And yes, that is the temporary video card ng ating previous unit dahil nga medyo nababagalan na ako or nahihinaan na ako dun sa GTX 1080 Ti dati na Urus. So it's my production unit and I'm not using the best video card in the market dahil hindi naman ako into gaming always. Bakit RTX 3070 pa rin naman yung ginamit ko? Isn't it too much video card also for production or for work-related stuff? Well, the reason is I am using 1440p monitors and sometimes kung kailangan ko ng break, kailangan ko rin maglaro. And 1440p gaming, sweet spot po dyan is RTX 3070 as of now. It's one, if not the best, yung RTX 3070 video card. So, maintain ko pa rin po yung RTX 3070 together with the RAM. GSKILL TRIDENT Neo. GSKILL TRIDENT Neo is arguably one of the best pagdating sa mga RAM na compatible sa RYZEN system units. And reliability is a must for me, stability is a must. dahil nga hindi pwedeng maantala or whatsoever na pinagkakabalahan ko. So I stick with the GSKILL TRIDENT Neo 2x16GB and dadagdagan ko pa yan with another kit para maging 64GB in the future. Why I need a lot of RAM? Pagdating sa multitasking, as much as you need a very good processor, kailangan mo rin ng napakataas na memory capacity to handle all of those applications na i-open mo, and then of course sa editing. And like my previous videos about PC builds and RAMs, nakita nyo naman na kahit sa editing, mas marami ang kinakain na resources pagdating sa RAM capacity over processor over video card. Kasi kadalasan yung mga processor and video cards naman natin, nagiging big deal lang din sila pagdating sa rendering. I'm not telling na hindi sila importante, pero as much as they are, mas kailangan mo yung resources or yung capacity ng RAM. Now for the storage, I have 18TB Western Digital Reds. So ibig sabihin, mas kailangan ko po ng mas reliable din na storage over the performance of Western Digital Black dahil hindi naman ito mainly used for gaming. And that will be also the same reason with the infamous power supply that I'm using, BITFENIX 850 watts gold. Yan din po yung ginagamit ko. It's been tested for years. Di pa ako nagka-problema with this power supply. There are power supplies like FSP that I commonly use. Meron din akong Seasonic, Corsair, Be Quiet. Pero I'm good with BITFENIX. The protection capability of this power supply is good enough for me to drive this RYZEN 9. Lalo na ngayong tagulan, daming chances na magkaroon ng power surge. And so far, BITFENIX Gold survives. And that is not enough for me to recommend this power supply to you guys dahil medyo hindi rin ganun kadali magkaroon ng ganitong power supply. Very rare yung kanilang availability dito sa Pilipinas, and support is a must kung usapang power supply. As much as you need a reliable power supply, you need to consider also the warranty dahil unang-una pong parts ng ating computer na bibigay is power supply. Kasi nandyan po lahat yung protection features, and if those protection features will be triggered, automatically dead yung power supply natin. Pero that is their feature. That is their purpose dito sa ating system unit. Before pa yung buong system unit mo yung masunog, or before pa yung ibang component mo na mas mahal ang bumigay. Now with that being said, sa mga previous PC components na ginamit ko from my old system unit, why I choose MSI? Well, the motherboard is MSI X570 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Yan po yung ginamit natin to complement, of course, the video card para same aesthetics. Pero kung mababaw na rason yun para sa'yo, kaibigan, ang dahilan lang po na yun talaga is because it's a bang for the buck motherboard that I need. I don't need a higher motherboard like the X570 Meg Ace na meron din po ako. Yun din dapat sana yung gagamitin ko. Pero this is for my work-related system unit. So I think I will not do overclocking, and I don't need to do some tweaks. I'm good enough with the out-of-the-box performance, enable the XMP, and then set the PBO enabled. That's it. Yan lang yung gagawin natin. And the X570 Tomahawk is a good enough motherboard to drive that. The VRM is powerful enough to drive 3900X. And besides, I need din naman yung USB Type-C and of course, the Wi-Fi. There are other motherboards out there, pero USB Type-C ang napaka-importante sa akin at a 12K price range. Yan yung wala sa Aorus Elite, kaya nagpalit ako. Wi-Fi din yung isa sa mga wala sa mga ibang motherboards. I know there are partially higher motherboards at this price range like the Aorus Elite Wi-Fi. Na-release na rin recently. Pero since ang video card ko naman is MSI, then I will just settle with MSI X570 Tomahawk. Dito ko gustong i-integrate yung isa sa mga pinaka-tinatanong sa akin. Am I a hater of MSI? Am I unsponsored tech YouTuber of Aorus, of Asus? Well, ito po yun. I'm a tech reviewer. I'm not an influencer. So kung mapapansin nyo po dito sa ating channel, bibihira or I think not even once na sinabi ko I'm sponsored when I'm talking. Kasi that will, kumbaga, change the words that I will state. Kumbaga parang mai-infect, mako-contaminate yung mga sasabihin ko. And same with you guys, medyo mapapaisip kayo na is it really true? Like, are you really being honest on what you are trying to discuss? And since doing this content creation is just my hobby, at the same time, it's related sa aking trabaho, tulad yan na sinabi ko kanina, kahit hindi po ako mag-content creation, ito pa rin po yung ginagawa ko. So, might as well create videos na lang. Kung yun lang din naman yung pupuntahan, wala namang mawawala, di ba? So, thank you sa mga suporta nyo mga kaibigan, dahil kahit pa paano may mga brands pa rin na sumusuporta sa atin, and one of those brands is MSI, and many times, hindi ko po sinabi na MSI is always the best. Ang sinasabi ko po, if there is another brand out there na nag-release ng bagong model and it's better than this MSI B450 Tomahawk, then so be it. What is shown on the meter is what I will say on the video. Ganun lang po yun, yung nangyayari. Kaya ang daming nag-question sa akin na a lot of YouTubers have stated B450 Tomahawk is the best. Pero ikaw lang ang bukod tanging nagsabing hindi. Because yung video nga nila, dahil sa sobrang laki na ng channel nila, hindi na sila nakapag-update. I'm not stating na mali sila. It's just that I'm giving you updates kung ano nang merong bago ngayon na mas maganda compared sa B450 Tomahawk pagdating sa VRM cooling system. Yun lang naman po yung sinabi ko. I'm not telling na this is as a whole the best motherboard out in the world. Hindi po yun. Kaya medyo natatawa na lang ako kung sinasabi niyo sa akin na Aorus sponsored. Kasi sa totoo lang, hindi pa nangalahati lahat yung mga support na nakuha ko sa MSI compared sa Aorus. Just to be honest. Kung hindi kayo maniwala, check my previous videos. Bilangin nyo lahat ng boxes ng MSI compared sa Aorus. And that is why I have also mad respect pagdating sa Asus. Kasi they just let me state what I want to state. Kung anong gusto kong sabihin, go for it. Just make it reasonable. Just prove it that you are right. Ganun lang yung mga usapan namin. Walang, kumbaga, hindi, baguhin mo yan. Hindi pwede yun. And same with me, hindi rin pwede sa akin yun. Now, lastly is the NZXT chassis. Aminin ko po, all of my videos are stating that this is not really a good chassis. Especially for everyone. Unang-una, restricted yung airflow. Pangalawa, lahat ng benchmark natin, laging nasa pinakababa ang NZXT kung performance lang din na pag-uusapan. And alam ko na ibabato nyo rin sa akin yung tanong na yan na taliwas yung pili ko kung ano yung nire-recommend ko. Unang-una po mga kaibigan, tama po kayo. And I may state it again that this is my personal build, so it's quite biased dahil it will be based on my preference, and I stick with the aesthetics over sa performance in choosing this NZXT H510 Elite. Bakit? I will just be using this for my home office. Pangalawa, there is a treatment na ginawa ko naman sa room to make this chassis reasonable. Ang ginawa po natin is, of course, we availed an aircon, a better aircon for our room, and then yung position po ng ating system unit is dito po sa aking right side kung saan nandun din yung aircon. So pagkabuga po ng cold air from aircon, unang-una pong matatamaan ang ating system unit. Kaya po, safe na safe po pagdating sa usapang cooling system. One of the thing that we often overlook pagdating sa mga 100k PC builds, you have the right to choose whatever chassis that you may have. As long as kahit pa paano, meron namang enough vent holes for intake. Pero be sure to treat your room dahil hindi lang naman yung PC unit nyo ang makikinabang kundi pati rin kayo. Especially sa mga nasa lowlands katulad ko. For guys in the highlands like Baguio or Tagaytay, okay lang kung hindi na kayo mag-aircon. Pero kung ikaw is nakatira ka naman sa, ayun nga, medyo mainit na lugar like me, then it's better to have aircon kung kaya mo naman palang mag-avail ng 100k to 200k PC build. If not, then of course you will settle down with a chassis that is not minimalist like this, like those airflow chassis. Marami rin namang minimalist design na airflow chassis like Meshify or some Cooler Master casing. Pero still, if you prefer this kind of setup, then NZXT H510 Elite is the only go-to chassis that you may have, pero you need to fix the ambient temperature of your room. Dahil in the end of the day, alam naman po natin that our system unit is parang trophy natin yan eh. Pinagpaguran natin yan, pinaghirapan natin kaya nagkaroon tayo ng ganyan. And sometimes, aesthetics is also a must, lalong-lalo na kung medyo may kamahalan. Pero this is not really practical recommendation if you are just with budget PC. Now, it may sound intimidating, pero to be honest mga kaibigan, lahat naman po tayo nagsimula sa ganyan. Budget PC build muna, until later on, sa awa ng Diyos, nagkaroon ka ng ganito. And that is what I want to share in here. When I started my channel, nagsimula po ako sa system unit ko dahil yun lang din po yung resources na meron ako that time. Now, why? Yes, maybe I have this work, I have this small business na pinagkakabalahan dati that may help me. Pero unang-una, I want to play this game fair. And I want to enjoy this journey from bottom, pataas ng pataas, improve ng improve. As the same with you guys, nagbibigay ako ng information, mas nagiging technical din siya from, still layman yung delivery, pero kahit paano I add some technical terms para mas maging advanced din yung kaalaman natin sa mga bagay-bagay. Since nagsimula rin naman tayo sa, yun nga, very common, very, minsan sinasabi pa nila, there's no substantial info sa mga sinasabi ko, pero man, that is how it works. Maybe for you, wala, dahil marunong ka na, pero how about those people or those guys na walang kaalam-alam talaga pagdating sa technicalities and they just want to watch this video for them to learn. So the best idea for me back then is magsimula sa kung anong meron ako, pataas ng pataas, and that is the reason kung bakit ko nilipat yung PC components ng previous build ko dito. Dahil yung previous build ko po, bugbog na po yun sa kalas kabit. Kung kailangan ko ng processor, kukunin ko processor. Kung kailangan ko ng RAM, kukunin ko yung RAM. AIO, ganun ang nangyayari. Bakit? Siyempre, kailangan ko ng other PC components to compare yung mismong hardware na i-review ko. And the only items that I have was my PC build. Ganun po nagsimula. And that is what I appreciate pagdating sa buhay. If you start from nothing to something, that is the most fulfilling moment. And the same with you guys. I want you to be inspired that amid pandemic, you can start something from what you have, from what you see. Baka yung nandyan na nakasandal lang sa pintuan nyo or sa pader ninyo, meron palang magagawang napakalaging bagay sa'yo. Like, even content creation if you want to. Wala namang competition sa content creation. Just do it. Basta passionate ka sa ginagawa mo, just do it. Don't be afraid to fail. Because failure is the best ingredient of success. Alright, so that's it mga kaibigan. And for more videos like this, feel free to subscribe.